So now, I really didn't have a problem with drinking whiskey out of a container that looks like this versus this. But what happens when a non-whiskey drinker like myself starts taking whiskey more seriously? Will I ever be able to tell the difference between a scotch or a bourbon, or pull out those awesome aromas that all the sommeliers can out of a Glencairn glass? But most importantly, out of 365 days, where will I rank the world's top whiskeys versus the lower ones? Let's find out as Short Guy drinks whiskey. Welcome back to Short Guy Drinks Whiskey. I'm Brother Kimo, and today is my first big test after 1 month of drinking whiskey to see if I can tell the differences between a whiskey, a rye, an Irish whiskey, and a scotch by just visually inspecting it, by smell, and ultimately by taste. But before getting into the methodology, here's a cool announcement. As many of you know, YouTube is having problems with their advertising program, and that directly affects how YouTubers get paid. So I've been struggling to find a way to supplement the cost of keeping the channel alive, and this is one of the many suggestions that I have, and that is Master of Malt. Now the next question should be, who the heck are these guys, and how are they going to help support the channel? Well, I am now an affiliate of Master of Malt, so at the bottom of each of these whiskey review videos is going to be my affiliate link. So if you go through that link, it'll take you to these guys, and when you purchase, they're going to give you some money to help keep the channel going. Now, on to who these guys are, and most importantly, where they're located. So, Master of Malt, located in England. That's right, this box came a long way to get here to Las Vegas. Costs about $130. Now, when you go onto this website, you're going to notice that they specialize in selling whiskey by the dram. That's right, in here, I've got little tiny samples of some pretty, in my opinion, high-end whiskey. So there's Dalmore King Alexander III, Hibiki 17, Glengoyne 25, and I think there's some Balbelair 1990. All of which I can take my time in the privacy of my own home because they're going to send it straight to your house. And you can take your notes and not have to worry about a monthly subscription and being sent blindly some whiskeys that you might not even like. So check them out. The link will be on the bottom. Master of Malt, they're going to help me keep going. Okay, that takes care of that. If you want to check them out again, the affiliate link will be on the bottom. Masters of Malt help support the channel. Now, as far as methodology goes, we're going to be doing Glenlevit 12, Jameson, JD number 7, and Knob Creek Rye. Those are the ones we're going to be checking out. I got this kind of lazy Susan of liquor here because I'm by myself, so I'm just going to spin it around and grab them off here. On the bottom, they're numbered 1, 2, 3, and 4. So as I kind of go along, I'm going to show you, I'm going to flip it up on the bottom so you guys can see that number. And I have some predictions here. At the ending, we'll see if my predictions match the actual data. Alright, here are the order of labels, right? 1 is Jameson, 2 JD, 3 Glenlevit, number 4. Knob Creek Rye, so I'm going to see if I can match them all together. We're going to start with the visual test, right? Can I pick them up, kind of look at it and see which one is which? Here's my predictions for visual. So right off the bat here, I'm going to notice and tell you guys that the Scotch and the Jameson or Irish whiskey is going to be the lighter of the two because they are aged in used oak barrels. So they shouldn't have that darker of a color. So now between the lighter ones, I think the Scotch, the Glenlevit's going to be the darker because it's a 12-year versus kind of this blended whiskey down here. So I'm thinking that this should be the darker. I'm hoping I can tell the difference. Down here with the whiskeys, you got the JD and the rye. I'm going to think that these are going to be the darker ones because they're aged in new oak barrels. And if I can tell the difference between the two, I'm thinking that the rye should be the darker one because Knob Creek uses 9-year-old rye. And I know they blend it now, but it should be a little bit darker. Let's see how I do. Here's a plan. I'm going to use this as my placemat, right? I'm going to start putting them down on here. And then I'm going to start moving them around. I'm going to give it a spin. Let's get it going. We're going to go with 1 round of Pop Goes the Weasel. So, Pop Goes the Weasel. Okay, so it should go Knob Creek, Glenlevit, JD, and Jameson. So here's the first one. I'm going to show you that label. Put it down on here. Now, that looks pretty dark to me. So I'm going to say that the darker is going to be Knob Rye, which is number 4. Here is the second glass here. I'm putting this down on here. This, ooh, shoot, is that darker than that? It might be. But I'm going to put that on JD because I think those are pretty dark. Okay, here's the third glass here, looking away. I'm going to put that down. Yeah, see, that's definitely a lighter color. I don't know. That might be the Glenlevit or the Jameson. So I'm gonna just put the Glenlevit up here. Okay, so here is the last one. And I'm gonna think that this is Jameson, so I'm gonna just put this down here and see which one is darker. Now this one seems the darker of the lighter ones. So damn, is it gonna be lighter though? You know what? I'm gonna switch my mind on that. I'm gonna say that the blended whiskey is gonna be darker. So I'm gonna keep this as number 3 Glenlivet, and this as number 1. So you guys know how I did. I don't know. Let's check it out. Time to start flipping them over. I really want to know this number 1 because I really had thought that the Glenlivet, because it was aged longer, would be darker in color. But as I thought about it, this is a blended whiskey, so it should be darker. I forgot that the Jameson was blended. So let me flip over number 1. Yeah, Jameson. This one I'm fairly certain because it's dark. Yeah, number 2. And this one is so much lighter than that other one, number 3. So, yep, good to go. Again, when you just kind of think about how they're made, you can kind of tell which one's going to be lighter and which one's going to be darker. Okay, for this test, I'm just going to spin the Susan around, pick a glass randomly, smell it. I should be able to tell the differences. The label order hasn't changed any. Number 1, Jameson. Number 2, JD. Number 3, Glenlivet. And number 4, CREEK Rye. Here are my predictions here. So when I smell JD, I automatically think of college. It's just like, ooh, yeah, college. I remember those years. The rye should smell pretty spicy. The Irish whiskey, the Jameson, should smell lighter and more fruity, if I remember correctly. And then the Scotch, the Glenlivet, it just hit me with so much floral. I think I'm going to have an easy time recognizing that Glenlivet. Let's see how I do. All right, time to get our spin on. I'm going to put this paper down and assign them to whichever one of these I think it is. So we're going to go for 1 round of Pop Goes the Weasel, 3 noses. I'm going to try to make sure my mouth is open so I can get that circulation go. But here we go. Chicka 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 Slim Shady. All right, I'm going to put this down. Grab the first glass. Here comes the first label. Here comes the first nose. Ooh, that could be the Glen. Okay, that could be Glen. Oh, that could be Glen. Okay, I'm gonna put this as Glen. Glenlivet here. Okay, let's pick up this guy. Swirl it around. Here's the label. Let's swirl this around, around and around and around and around and around. Oh, wait a minute. Hell, that could be the Glen. No, I think this might be the rye. I'm getting more spice from that, so I'm going to put this on the rye. That's a little bit spicier, so I'm going to put that on Knob Creek side. Alright, here we go. Here's the next one. Show you the label. Spinning around and around. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. That's kind of fruity. Alright, I'm going to give this a Jameson. We'll put that on the Jameson block right here. Here's the last one. Here's that label here. Where's that college one? You figure the JD would be the most obvious one. Ooh. That might be JD. That might be JD. I'm going to put JD right here. So, you guys know how I did. I don't know how I did. Let's see how I did. I'm going to flip them over. 1 Jameson good. 2 JD good. 3 Glenlivet. Perfect. That means 4 is 4. Now, to be fair, these all have very distinct smells to them. It's kind of like smelling the difference. I mean, I know Diet Soda is probably not the best way to describe it, but even like the smell between Dr. Pepper and Coke, it's very noticeable. So to be fair, not too difficult to do, but I'm glad I got them all right. Finally, on to the good part, the taste test. So I still think JD is going to taste like college. Rye should taste a little bit spicy. And then the Jameson should taste light, smooth, And I got the Scotch down here as light and floral. And as usual, as I did with the other two tests, I'm just going to put this down, spin it around, and give it a taste. Let's get the spin on. And grab. Alright, here is that label there. Let's give it the spin around. Give it the good spin around. Okay. That, I'm going to say, is a Glenlevit. Alright. That's that label there. Oh, that's nice too. That's definitely heavier though. Maybe rye. Oh, rye or JD. So the rye would be number 4. Okay, here's this one here. Let's give it a good spin. As I was drinking this, I could smell the fruitiness of this one. I'm going to say this is Jameson. So this one should be number 2, which is JD. Oh, I even have to, that's, yeah. That's got to be Jack Daniels. So this should be number 2. Alright, let me see how I did. Time to tip him over. Number 1 is number 1. Alright, number 2, there's no way I got this wrong. So number 2, oh no, it's number 3. Okay, I'm going to put this here. So let's see what I put at number... So I mixed up Glenlevit with Jack Daniels. Wow, I guess I like Jack Daniels' smell and taste a little bit more than the Glenlevit, which is really weird. And of course, this is going to be number 4. Wow, okay. Now, what does this prove? Absolutely nothing. It just means that when I have these 4 on the table, I'm able to kind of use some logic to see which ones are lighter and darker, what the smell might be by just using natural deduction. And I got half of these right with taste. Now, if there was 10 of these, I wouldn't be able to pick out any one of these if there was more. But the fact that there's just 4, and you know what's in there is a little bit easier. So guys, I hope you found it entertaining. If you liked it, please give me the thumbs up. Share it as much as possible. And remember, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. And remember, everybody, Okoli Maluna. Oh.